I just wish someone would have told me about the law of assumption and how this actually works a couple of years ago. I would be making so much more money if I knew about this back in the day when I started my journey in trying to make money online. And I'm probably way more successful than I am right now. And that's why I want to sit down and just make this video to hopefully help you avoid making the same mistake and learn this sooner so you can actually get the life that you want for yourself. Because the truth is that everything that we have, like literally everything in your life right now, is determined by the way that you view yourself and what you assume to be true about yourself. If you deep down hold the belief that making money online is hard, for example, or that you identify yourself as someone who's struggling and has to work hard and is addicted to the grind, that becomes your reality. And I used to do this shit. Like I was extremely good at identifying myself as someone who was struggling to make money online, as someone who was working extremely hard and struggling and having to go through pain, trial, error to succeed. And that was my reality. Like I literally just remember sitting down in my parents' house back in the day when I lived in Sweden, and it's like grinding all day long, trying to make money online. And nothing was working because deep down I held the belief and I assumed myself as the person who was struggling. And this went on for a long ass time until I realized this and I noticed the pattern that like, why is stuff so hard? Like, why am I just like struggling over and over again? Like, because I did all kinds of different businesses, everything from an agency to drop shipping to trading to eventually high ticket sales. And like, why was I stuck with everything that I was doing? I was wondering about this, like pondering, like, why is this happening? And I realized like there's a pattern that's repeating itself. Every single time when I'm about to break through and start seeing success, I change business models. I give up and I just quit to go to the next thing. Why is that happening? And I realized like deep down, I probably just hold like this belief and I kind of assume myself as a person who's not able to succeed and able to make money online. And that's why I do this shit. That's why the pattern is repeats itself. When I learned that, I was able to shift the underlying assumption that I held. And I started viewing myself as the person who's already done what I want to do. The person who's already left my hometown and started making 10K, 20K a month. And that's when my life changed. Like, I don't think you get how powerful your assumptions truly are. Because when you realize this, like you also realize why most guys right now are stuck. You see all these guys that are like, I want to make 10K a month. I want to not be in the 9 to 5. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, but they still live a very average life and they end up like literally 20, 30, 40 years old and making no money whatsoever online and being in 9 to 5s. Why is it happening? Because deep down, you probably have a belief that maybe you're attached to the 9 to 5. You assume yourself as someone who's supposed to be in the 9 to 5, that you're not capable of making money online. You don't have that belief in yourself deep down. Or you just view yourself with these assumptions you might not even be conscious about. And that's dictating your entire life. You change that assumption and everything changes. Because you need to realize that your brain doesn't know the difference between thoughts and imagination and your reality. So if you deep down hold the belief that, okay, I am supposed to be a 9 to 5er, that's how you assume yourself, you will naturally take actions as a 9 to 5er and end up with those results. This is why if you look at someone who's, for example, like overweight, trying to like lose weight, trying to take the right actions and like eat healthy, etc. That person can try like all day long to just eat healthy, they can take the right actions, but if they deep down have the assumption that they're actually overweight, guess what? When it comes down to those days when they're really tired and they really like crave eating some shitty, unhealthy food, they would eat that shitty food because they deep down view themselves and they assume that as their self. That's who they are deep down. And you will do the exact same thing. You will stop, you will give up with the online business. You will quit just when you're about to break through because of who you assume yourself to be. Identity drives everything. If your identity is fucked, if it's not where it needs to be, you will self-destruct. And it's going to repeat itself until you understand what I'm telling you right now. And that's when you'll be able to see that underlying identity, fix it, shift it to the one that you actually want to be in. And that's when you break through. That's when you get the life that you actually want for yourself. I hope this makes sense to you. And that's it for this video. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Take care. Ciao.